What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, May 18th. And be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all of our other content goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman so you can get updates to these sim results as we get closer to lock. And finally, let me know in the comments section who is your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today's slate. We are rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Tristan Thompson, Jason Tatum, Rui Hachimura, Miles Bridges, and Davis Bertans on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It is time to find out. Coming in at number 5, and this one's a bit of a question mark. We're going to center eligible CODY ZELLER. He's 4,700, projected for 25. The goal's 36. He's in the optimal lineup 41% of the time. I have no concept of Zeller's minutes. I have no idea if he starts or not. Do they go to Biombo? Do they go to PJ Washington? That is all in flux. I've got Zeller in for 24 minutes right now because I think he can do a little bit of a job against Domantas Sabonis. He's a fantasy point per minute guy in those 24 minutes, 11 and 7, maybe a block, but you get the pace up spot against Indiana. They gain almost 4 possessions over their average. And really, when push comes to shove, there's not a lot of options to pay down for today. So someone like CODY ZELLER playing 24 minutes is a legitimate value option on a slate like today. Now, if he's not starting, I am not going to have the same feel as for CODY ZELLER. You should assume that he is not on this list any longer. Next up at number 4, we're staying at the center spot and basically getting the same play on a different team. That's $5,200 Robert Williams. He's projected for 28. The goal's 38. He's in the optimal lineup 41% of the time. Again, there's no value out there today. I've got Robert Williams in for 22 minutes. The benefit here is the massive pace up spot against the Wizards, where they gain 5.5 possessions over their average, and the fact that he's a 1.3 fantasy point per minute guy when he plays. Every minute is incredibly valuable for Robert Williams, more so than everybody else, because he can get there in 22 minutes. There's nothing to stop him from going for 40 fantasy points in 22 minutes, and there's nothing to stop him from playing more than 22 minutes. The downside is he could just as easily play 12 minutes today and be totally useless. So this one's just going to be tricky, high volatility, but 10 points, 8 boards, 3 stocks in 22 minutes. The baseline projection, I love it. Now at number 3, we are heading to shooting guard, small forward eligible Evan Fournier. He's 6K, projected for 32. The goal's 41. He's in the optimal lineup 46% of the time. The shooting guard small forward eligibility on a 2-game slate is massive. Having the ability to be rostered in 5 separate positions, that's so valuable on a day like today. Moving him around allows you to fit pieces in better. I've got him in for 36 minutes, 0.9 fantasy points per minute, neutral usage. He's been pretty low usage, oddly enough, for the Celtics so far. I'm trying to bring it a little bit closer to neutral rates, but 20% usage gives him 18, 3.5, and 3.5 plus a steal in that big pace-up spot against the Wizards. But really, shooting guard, small forward, guard forward utility, putting Fournier in any of those spots at a basically average salary, that sounds pretty good to me. Now we're taking a big step up in tiers. We're going to the point guard spot and grabbing just $7,300 KEMBA Walker. He's way more expensive on FanDuel, by the way. Projected for 46.5. The goal is 46.5. So I think he hits that 50% of the time. He's in the optimal 61% of the time. Walker is just underpriced here. I've got him in for 38 minutes at 1.22 fantasy points per minute. Between the pace up spot and the increased usage with no Jaylen Brown on the floor, this is an incredible opportunity for KEMBA Walker. 30% usage, 28 points, 6 assists, 5 boards, maybe a steal, and an absolute dream matchup against the Washington Wizards. But really, KEMBA Walker should be north of 8K today, and he's not. He is the best value on the slate given that salary and given the upside. The fact that he hits his goal more than a coin flip, you can't pass that up on a day like today. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all of our other content goes live. Then head on over to Twitter and follow me at Josh Engleman. It's the only place you're going to get updates to these sim results as we get closer to lock. Finally, let me know in the comments section. I need your favorite contender, your least favorite contender, and the contender that you think should be on this list that you didn't see, and I already know who that's going to be. It's almost a tie, but he gets the slight edge. Marcus Smart, point guard and shooting guard eligible, is the number 1 contender for today's slate. He's 5,800, projected for 36. The goal is 40. He's in the optimal lineup 62% of the time, just a hair north of KEMBA. Now, I've got him in for 38 minutes. I think he's just going to soak up plenty of time. This is what Marcus Smart is made for. 0.93 fantasy points per minute in that time, 20% usage, 16.6 assists, 4 boards, 2.5 stocks in the massive pace-up spot against Washington, and I assume that he is going to be a thorn in the side of Russ and Beal for every minute that he is on the floor. I like the eligibility. I really like the price. Makes him easy to fit in most spots. I just think Kemba is a bit more underpriced, so that's why he hits the goal more frequently, but Marcus Smart makes your lineup work more often. I expect Smart to be more owned than Kemba Walker, so I will prefer getting to Kemba more in GPPs. I think Smart is the unquestioned top cash play of the day. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, May 18th. FanDuel version of this video is out. Go check it out. Process show, it's already done. We broke down all 4 games. And by all 4 games, I mean all 4 teams, all 2 games. And then I'm going to be on the strategy show today, 10 a.m. with Laffy. So check that out. Plus PGA contenders. I'll plug that as well. I will be back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders. We've got another 2-gamer coming up. I can't wait to check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. We'll see you again in the morning.